Are you still fighting with stairs and ceilings just to get a pillar on a corner? For years, we've all used the same clunky resource-chewing trick to get it done. But what if I told you that Funcom changed the rules on us with the big update, and the old way isn't the only way anymore? They finally gave us native corner pillars. When Funcom started rolling out huge updates like Age of Sorcery, they gave us the construction hammer and a massive overhaul to the building system. The community was buzzing. Among all the new build sets and changes, there was talk of corner pillars. We saw pieces in DLCs like the Terranian, Stormglass, and Lost Dungeon packs that just looked like they were made for corners. Naturally, we all thought the day had finally come. True native corner snap points. The dream was simple. Pick a pillar, point it at a foundation corner, and click. Clean, simple, and stable. But that's not what we got. This has been one of the most requested features for years. Builders flooded the forums, practically begging for an easy way to add corner pillars. Of course, veteran builders always knew the workarounds, but the process has always been a massive pain. Do we still have to do the old pillar trick? Are these new pieces any better? How do they even work? That confusion ends today. For years, the pillar trick was the only reliable method to get a pillar on the edge or corner of a build without mods. It was, and still is, a multi-step process that feels more like a physics puzzle than building. First off, you couldn't do this on a foundation if you wanted it to touch the ground. Your floor had to be made up of ceiling pieces, usually held up by a whole grid of pillars underneath. So step one was already a headache. If you did everything right, the pillar would be sitting perfectly on the corner, and the last step was carefully deleting the temporary stairs, pillars, and ceilings without accidentally nuking the corner pillar you just spent 10 minutes trying to place. It was resource-intensive, time-consuming, and just infuriating. Many of us got into the habit of using skinny, stable pillars for placement and then swapping them out later, adding yet another step to this ridiculous dance. The method was a true testament to the creativity of the Conan Exiles building community, but it also showed a massive hole in the game's mechanics. We mastered it because we had to, not because it was fun. It was the only way to break up flat, boring walls and give our castles the depth that they deserved. Now, it's time to leave that frustrating memory behind us and look at the new reality of corner pillars. The new corner pillars look fantastic, but be warned. They're often considered decorative and might not offer the same structural support as a full central pillar. So how do we use this new knowledge? The new corner pillars open up design ideas that used to be either impossible or an absolute nightmare. Think about verandas and covered porches. Using the simple corner pillars, you can run a line of pillars along the outside of your base, connect them with ceilings, and you have an instant, structurally sound foundation for a grand balcony or a wraparound porch. Before, this would have been a mountain of temporary scaffolding, and now it's a quick, repeatable process. But there's a trade-off. While some of these new corner-style pieces, like from the Terranian set, snap beautifully, they often provide very little structural support. This is critical. You might build a gorgeous corner only to have the ceiling piece that's supposed to hold up not be able to be placed because that pillar is just there for decoration. So the new philosophy is all about hybrid building. Use strong, traditional pillars for your main structure. Then use the purely decorative corner pieces from different DLCs to fill in the gaps and add that extra detail. This balance between function and form is the core of the new pillar system. If this guide helped you finally conquer the corner pillar and take your builds to the next level, consider liking the video and subscribing for more deep dive Conan Exiles build guides. There's always a new trick to learn, and I'm here to figure them out so you don't have to. In the end, Funcom's quiet changes to the pillar system point toward a more complex, kit-based approach to building. This forces builders to be smarter, to understand the properties of each build set, and to blend structural integrity with aesthetic design. So ditch the clunky old scaffolding. Now go out there and build something incredible. Thanks for watching, Exiles. Until next time, keep crafting, keep surviving, and I'll see you in the exiled lands.